All right, so I'd like to welcome you to the Automation Accelerator, which is going to be the most in-depth automation community, course, and program that's ever been devised. Building off the back of the fastest growing automation agency that we have in the Automation Incubator, which you likely saw before this program was devised to turn you into a certified automation operator. I'm going to show you exactly what the roadmap for you to get there is throughout this video. So the purpose of the accelerator is to help you master AI and automation to take control over your future, which is a very important point because what we're teaching here is a future-proof skill to prepare you for the revolution of what's coming tomorrow and how to best position yourself on the chessboard of life. So I founded the Automation Institute to bring standardization and direction to the ever-evolving space of business automation. And so as we've seen, as technology advances and demand for these solutions increase, I felt that there's a responsibility to train and prepare the next wave of automation operators to lead the businesses of today into tomorrow. And building on the success of the incubator, this accelerator program is designed to provide you with a more hands-on controlled learning experience. We want you as the students to reach a level of competence where I would feel comfortable assigning projects and leads and passing on my clients to you, while also risking and giving you my reputation to harness. My goal for this program is to get you to a point where I can provide you with leads and projects for you to fulfill, and I know that you're capable and competent of completing them because you've gone through my program. And now touching on the program, so you've seen that we've had our automation incubator, which has been running for most of this year. The incubator is a fantastic introduction to automations and all the potential that it has. But if you're seriously looking to take this to the next level and you understand the value and how important skills like this are, then it's a very good thing that you're in this accelerator program right now, because we're going to show you how to really develop this into a lifelong skill where you can sustain it over the rest of your life and protect yourself against these impeding layoffs and the company restructurings that are happening. This is the time to protect yourself, even if you think you're comfortable. And as an institute, we want to do it the proper way. We want to provide you with a certification at the end of this program where you can say that you're a certified automation operator certified by the Automation Institute, and you have our blessing and our credentials to go after the market, knowing that you have the competence and the expertise to deliver on any project. And our grand vision for this institute is that businesses will also recognize the value of this certification, because the time will come when they will be knocking on our doors begging for automations and leveraging AI, and this business model will eventually be so saturated that there will be millions of automation operators. So how will they look for that differential? Which automation operator is better than the rest? It's going to come down to certification, having that licensing, having that proof, and having an institute that's backing you. That's our grand vision here. And we've set it up in a specific roadmap that you will be following, set up into levels. So the levels follow a simple linear progression. You're going to start with level 1, which will give you a great introduction to automations, but you're not just going to be creating random automations for the sake of it. You're going to be creating relevant automations for yourself, for your own agency, and for your business, so you can experience firsthand how practical and useful they are. From there, we're going to progress on to level 2. And this is one of the most important modules that we have in this entire community and program. It's the automation operator methodology. And I don't want you to get turned off because you think that this is mindset stuff. This is going to be a very important mix of automation and sales content. But it's going to teach you how to think like an actual automation operator. Because if you have any exposure to the space prior to this, you might have seen YouTube videos or videos on social media that promote the top 10 best automations to sell to businesses. Or you might have even come here looking for pre-packaged, pre-made automations that you can just plug and play and sell. But what you're soon going to realize is when you hit the market, these plug and play automations don't work. You cannot go with a fixed package to try and shove down somebody's throat. You have to actually start thinking like an automation operator, which is essentially just a consultant. You need to understand how you can diagnose business problems, ask the right questions, get inside their heads, understand what makes them tick, what keeps them up at night, where are those pain points, what can you fix, and how can you apply pressure and leverage onto those pain points to help build a solution that, one, they're going to pay you a lot of money for, but two, they can never live without you. That's what we want to teach you, and that only can come from methodology, following a proven system taught to you by an automation coach that has over a decade of experience in building systems and doing tech consulting, who I'm going to introduce to you in just a second. From there, you're going to progress on to level 3 and level 4, which is going to give you exposure to advanced scenarios where you have to come up and do your own practical examples to develop automations in certain scenarios and tasks that we provide you. And throughout all of these different levels, you're going to be faced with homework tasks that you must complete in order to progress, as well as at the very end, you're going to be faced with your certification exams. So like I said, if we're backing you and we're providing you with a blessing and a stamp of approval from the Automation Institute, we have to make sure that you're competent, you have the expertise, and you can meet the criteria that we're looking for in people who we want to handle our projects and give our leads and our clients to. So in order to do that, we must make sure that you're competent and able to pass certain exams and build out workflows and solve problems based on how we see fit. And as you progress through the program and as the program develops, you're going to see exactly how you fit into these different levels and what you need to do to get certified. Now, progressing on from here, I would like to now introduce you to the team. So I've been working over the last couple of months to bring together a dream team that I think would be perfect to develop into the Automation Institute as well as this accelerator program. So just starting off with me, if this is your first time being introduced to me, I'm the founder of Hexona Systems, which is an AI automation agency. I'm also the owner of Hamza Automates, which is my personal brand, which is all over social media, which is likely how you found this community. I also founded the Incubator, the Institute, and now the Accelerator, and I will be serving as a coach throughout the community as well. Next, I'd like to introduce you to AJ. So AJ is the founder of Floativity AI, which is an automation consulting firm. And AJ has over 10 years of experience in tech consulting, building custom solutions for a wide variety of businesses from small SMBs to large enterprises. AJ is also an agency partner with Make.com. So I think there's very few people on the planet that are more experienced with Make than AJ. So please take advantage of him as a resource. He's going to be there to guide you throughout your process with learning these different automation tools. And he's put together fantastic resources for you to learn from. So next, I'd like to introduce you to Matt Anthony. So Matt is coming in as our sales, mindset, accountability, and communication coach. So he's the founder and CEO of Invitco, which is a creative marketing agency. So Matt's been in the agency space for over 10 years. So he comes with a wealth of experience. He's closed hundreds of different clients and does multiple six figures within his agency. So once again, please use him as a valuable resource that you have at your disposal. And lastly, I'd like to introduce you to Buddy. So Buddy is also the co-founder of the Automation Institute, and he's going to be serving here as your accountability coach, making sure that you are staying on top of your goals, making sure that you are achieving success throughout this accelerator program. Likely since you've joined, he's already reached out to you suggesting to book a onboarding call, where he's going to walk you through exactly what your roadmap and your projection is throughout this accelerator program, how we can best serve you throughout this entire journey to help you achieve your goals and become an automation operator. Now, moving on to the tech stack that you're going to need to participate throughout this accelerator and to ensure that you have the most success following the tutorials and being able to complete the homeworks. So first off, you're going to need a high-level or Hexona account. So likely if you're coming from the incubator, that's already something that you have. But this is a fantastic software that can do so much in terms of providing value, immediate value to businesses in the form of a CRM with an all-in-one marketing tool. Of course, I don't want to go through the entire details of High Level and Hexona, but if you don't have it, I'm going to link you to the incubator below this video, which is going to take you to exactly where you can get that set up. Next, you're going to want to have Make.com. So Make.com is a bridging software, which is basically a connector between various different softwares, and it can allow them to communicate with each other. So with Make, you're basically going to be allowed to have such complex automations, bridging and connecting so many different softwares to build custom solutions for your businesses and for your clients that you're trying to serve. And then finally, of course, we are going to be using OpenAI and ChatGPT. This is for any AI functionality that we're going to be using throughout our tutorials. Whenever we need AI, it's normally OpenAI who we're going to reference and use for those builds. So there's going to be setup videos following this. So you can just watch those tutorials and get your tech stack set up. And now finally, I'm just going to take you briefly through the accelerator experience. So what can you expect throughout your journey here in the accelerator? And honestly, I can tell you that I don't think there's any community or course or program out there that's as stacked and full of value than what we're trying to build here. And this is just the beginning. So it's only going to get better from here, and you're never going to get it as low as this price that you probably signed in for. So to start off, you're going to get regular check-ins. So like I mentioned, Buddy's going to be your accountability manager, and he's going to be ensuring that you're going to make progress going towards your goals. So you're always going to have access to him whenever you need. I want you to never feel like you're alone in this process. All of us are here to help you, especially Buddy, who's going to be there to help you with certain approaches when you're out in the market pitching your products, or if you're stuck on anything technical, or if you're just in a slump one day. I want you to know that there's somebody here who's going to help you throughout this entire journey to get you to where you want to be. Building on that level of support, we're also going to be providing weekly training and office hours. So we're going to have workshops that we're going to set at scheduled times where we're going to showcase some automations or just build together over Zoom or Google Meet, and you can learn from practical examples from either AJ or myself. On top of that, we'll be hosting office hours as well. So at regular intervals, you can come and you can ask any questions that you have, or if you're facing certain problems with the homeworks, or if you need any help with sales, whether that's pitching or how to approach a certain meeting and you're nervous, we have all the resources available to help you in any situation that you might be in. From there, building on the concept of the certification, we want to provide you with hands-on experience and practical projects that come across our desk or that the Institute generates. So we want you to become a certified automation operator, so then we can pass you these projects and you get that real-world example, which can help you bypass a lot of the sales process, because we'd like you to handle the fulfillment for us as well. We would love for you to be a part of the team. From there, of course, we have dozens of content hours for you to consume. So I want you to work through our in-depth trainings and tutorials to enhance your understanding, while also not just following them blindly, but using those learnings and applying them to your own projects and seeing what you can build and how creative that you can get. And then we have the methodology training, which is the most crucial and most important aspect of all of this, because it's something that nobody else is going to teach you. Anybody that's just providing you templates that are ready to sell out of the box are not setting you up for success in the future, because you're going to get harsh realities when you do face the market. But if your way of thinking can be shifted in the way that it needs to be, then you're absolutely going to dominate in this industry. I know that because that's exactly how I feel. Because when I do my consultations and when businesses approach me, they say that whenever we come to you with a problem, the fact that you're able to come up with a solution on the spot or be able to solve things so creatively in a way that people don't pick up on or nobody else can replicate, that makes me feel very comfortable in my position that there's not a lot of people out there that can automate and come up with these business solutions that I can do. And I feel that all comes down to just the methodology that I was taught and trained on. So me and AJ will both do a fantastic job to try and help you understand that the best that we can. And finally, building off my own success, what I want to do is teach you how to develop your own brand as well. Because one thing people don't realize is that the biggest differentiating factor that you have from others is yourself, your personality, who you are, how you relate to people, how people see themselves within you. And that's something that I learned later on in my automation journey. And the only reason that you're watching this video right now is likely because of my personal brand and what drew you towards me and my community and my teachings. And I want to teach you how to leverage that and do it for yourself as well, because I think it's so powerful when you're trying to build something like this for yourself. So to summarize all of that, I'm very glad you're here. I'm super excited about this accelerator program. As you can see, there's been so much thought that's been put into this to build it into the most comprehensive platform that we can make. And I'm looking forward to your journey. So I'll see you throughout the course.